I started working at the lodge when I was in high school. It's the only real job I had. And then when my husband passed away, I moved in full time.
This room makes Carnegie Hall look small.
Yeah, we call it the Great Room. Mr. Simcox designed it himself.
Oh, of course he did. Jeffrey loves big. And bigger and biggest.
I'll show you your room. It's right over here. Mr. Simcox wanted you to stay in this room. He said it'd be perfect for your visit.
Oh, well, he's determined to see me relax.
This lodge is wonderful for that.
That's my mother.
Yes, this was her favorite room when she stayed here.
She stayed here?
Many times after your father passed on. You didn't know?
No. Oh, but that's no surprise. My mother was always a bit of a mystery. I mean, she never talked to me about herself or about anything, really.
Yeah, I always used to try to talk to my son, but he hated hearing his mother telling stories.
I would have loved to have heard my mother's stories.
JR, it's Mom. I'm worried about you, sweetie. I want to talk to you, even if it's just for a minute. And I want to hear your voice. Just call me back, please.
No, this is none of your business. Stare at the mountains, read a book, get a life. Ruth? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Ruth, you're not fine.
It's my son. He left me a strange message. Now I can't reach him.
Mom, I'm working on this magazine article, and it's turned into an amazing story. I need to talk to you as soon as possible. We've got to stop what's going on before it's too late. Just remember, I'm doing this for you, Mom. For you, for all of us. I love you.
Do you know anything about the article he was writing?
No, he never talked to me about his work. Moved away to a cabin, traveled a lot, wouldn't call.
Well, you could drive out to his cabin, make sure he's all right.
No, I can't leave the lodge and my guests.
Yes, you can. I mean, this is about family. Besides, your guests would like to see some Wyoming. And don't worry about the lodge, we'll just lock the door.
When he was younger, I thought I knew what was best for him. We argued about everything. Could you come in for a moment? Just help me break the ice.
Of course.
JR, it's Mom. JR! Chain's on the door. Car's here. He must be home.
Well, maybe he's asleep.
Let's try the mudroom. JR? It's Mom.
Would you like to wait?
No. But I think I'll straighten up his room. He's got a month of dirty clothes up there. Do you mind?
No, of course not. So there I was with this humongous glob of bubblegum stuck in my hair. And I was convinced I was going to have to get my head shaved. But my mother asked Mr. Forsyth, the man who ran her lab, to see if he could find a way to get the gum out. And he discovered peanut butter did the trick. Smooth, not chunky, mercifully.
You know, Jeff Simcox was right.
About what?
About everything. He said you were charming, you'd make me laugh.
When did you talk to Jeffrey?
Well, as soon as I got back to the office. I hadn't talked to him for years, but he was kind enough to take my call.
Oh, that must have been after I called him and picked his brain about you.
Ah, and you decided to have drinks with me anyway.
I like to live on the wild side.
Wyoming's a great place to do that.
This is incredible. I've seen you twice in one day. I've become a very lucky man. But not as lucky as you, mon ami.
Not even close.
My fiancée loves your program, mademoiselle. She threatened to call off the wedding if I didn't somehow get your autograph. I know it's très gauche, but could you?
Of course.
You've made me a hero, at least for tonight. Merci beaucoup.
When exactly did men stop kissing women's hands, and why? I mean, it's so perfectly civilized.
Well, Jean-Philippe is from France. He likes to be très cosmopolitan, especially with beautiful women.
Bart's son was born in France.
Oh, yes. See, Jean-Philippe's mother, Geneviève, was Bart's French mistress. And when he broke off the affair, rather badly, I'm afraid, she didn't tell him she was pregnant. And even when Bart found out he had a son, she wouldn't let him see him.
Oh, that must have been very hard for him.
Yeah. Jean-Philippe is his only child. It broke his heart, but 6 months before Bart died of lung cancer, Geneviève died in a car accident. He sent me over to France to bring his boy home. And that meant everything to Bart, to have his son beside him when he died.
Speaking of sons, you know Ruth's son, don't you?
JR, yeah, I've known him for years.
Nice kid?
Yeah, JR's got a good heart. He's made some stupid choices. I've had to bail him out of hot water more than once, but we kept his record clean. Why do you ask?
He's just dropped out of sight. He's not returning his mother's calls.
No idea where he is.
None. Is there anything you know that she should be concerned about?
I haven't spoken to JR in months. I was hoping he'd clean up his act.
That hot water you mentioned, how hot was it?
Very.
Oh, good. This is the police station.
Ma'am?
Oh, in New York, most police stations look like bomb shelters. This building looks so quaint, I thought it might be another boutique or something.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Sorry, right. I know it's late, but I'm worried about the son of a friend of mine. Well, actually, we just met today. But I feel connected on a woman-to-woman level, if you know what I mean. Probably not, which is probably a good thing. But what's important is that she can't locate the boy.
Well, if it's her son, why isn't she here instead of you?
Oh, she doesn't know that I came.
But a relative or spouse has to file a missing person report.
Well, here's the rub. We don't know if he really is missing.
Then why are you here?
Because he might be missing.
Ma'am, I can't file a might be missing person report.
Isn't there someone else here that I can talk to about this?
The only officer on duty is...
Saying sayonara.
It's you. No, you can't leave.
Watch me.
No, I need to talk to you. It's about Ruth's son, JR. I don't know, but I think he might have been murdered.
Murdered? Murdered?
Murdered.